All right, you guys, welcome back to Black and Classic Podcast. I'm your host, Brittany Monet, where we talk all things politics and pop culture. Now, guys, I know, I've been missing in action. I'm sorry. I told y'all before I was having technical difficulties, and quite honestly, that never really got resolved. Hear me out, okay? So, I was having issues. I got a new camera. It overheats. Fine. I was trying to work through that. I got new lights. Great. Right? So I thought. So there was a lot of trial and error, okay, to kind of get to this moment. And let me tell you, I don't even know if this is going to work, but I'm here. I even had trouble today to sit down and do this video. Listen, I was setting everything up, okay, lights, camera, action, and all of the above. And one of my light bulbs for my light broke. I don't know. It just snapped inside the thing. So now I gotta, first of all, I need pliers, okay? That's just first. I need pliers. So I gotta get pliers to get the like end piece out of the attachment. And I didn't just want to deal with the hassle. So I used one other light, another light. It came together. Then I ordered new bulbs because I'm like, listen, I could just say whatever, forget about it. But if the second bulb decides to break, then I'm going to be shit out of luck. So I said, you know what? Just go ahead and order new lights. So I got new bulbs that'll be coming, I think, next week. And yeah, just keep flowing. So hopefully we're able to kind of get through this episode. But yeah, a lot of it has just been a lot of technical things that I've had to figure out. And as tech savvy as I believe myself to be, this recording, it's no fucking joke. So besides that, I did have maybe 2-3 weeks ago. At this point, I did have a rodeo trail ride situation that was really fun. Last weekend, I was in Philadelphia. That was really fun. So, I've been doing just a little bits and pieces of things. And quite honestly, this was getting so frustrating that I was just like, look, when I'm ready to come back, I'll come back. The light bulb breaking almost took me out. And I was like, see, that's why I don't do this to begin with. It honestly almost took me out, but I said, no, girl, just keep pushing through, order your bulbs, and just keep pushing through. So that's what I did. Luckily now, if one breaks, which I foresee happening because it's just always my luck, I will have a second because there's a 2-pack. So I will have one kind of like a spare to use. So that's good. But y'all, it has been one thing after another with this recording. So this is not going to be a long episode. I know I say that all the time, but baby, I don't know what this contraption is going to do. So I'd rather get y'all something, talk to y'all for a little bit, chitty chat for a second, and then just see if we can come back stronger next week because the way it's looking, child, at this point, it's like, girl, just pay somebody to record you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is getting to be far too much. It's a one-woman show around this thing, and it's getting to be far too fucking much. Okay. And it's really just the setting up and all of that stuff. Like the editing, fine. Does it take long sometimes, but not too long? It's really just the setting up, okay? Things is always breaking, falling apart. And I spend so much money on all of this that I don't need anything to break, to fall apart, to always have to be repaired or replaced. Like, child, I got time for all of that, okay? Anyways, let's just jump into some shit that's going on, okay? Because I have not been here for weeks. So much has happened, and as y'all know, I'm not going back to recap. We just gonna roll into what's happening kind of currently. The first thing that I was dying to sit down and talk to you guys about, if you know me, you already know, this is like, I'm just tuned in, okay? I'm locked into this. Candace Owens versus the Macrons. Now, to be quite honest, I didn't think it would get this far with them suing her. And, at this point, I think it's 2 lawsuits, or she got served and then they kind of like reported that they were suing her and like made a big deal of it. I don't know. But she had previously reported that she was served. And then like weeks later, it was like all over, the headlines and stuff. And I was like, well, she already told us this. But what I am learning is that people don't actually listen to Candace Owens. They just take the sound bites and the headlines and they've formulated their own opinions. They don't actually listen to her. So what's kind of strange about this whole thing is that she's not trying to out this woman, because a lot of people are like, especially those who are on the left or who are a part of the LGBT y'all know what I'm talking about, them. Unless they're part of that group, they're more so like, she's outing this woman as trans. She's outing this woman as trans. And yes, that is a piece of it, but there's a larger story here that if you didn't watch her series on Brigitte, then you don't totally understand. And a lot of people aren't watching the entire story, the entire series, the entire deep dive to understand why the Macrons are going so hard to kind of bury her and to bury her under this like crazy right-wing woman who is just being a weirdo. That's what they're trying to do. And I think if you are someone like me, a loyal listener, you can kind of see through it. But if you just take what you've been told in the headlines, you're a little bit confused. Like, why would Candace do that? Candace is so crazy. She shouldn't be doing that. No, let's unpack just a little bit and y'all can go and watch the series. But just to unpack it a little bit, Brigitte Macron met Emmanuel Macron when he was 14 years old. And she, if I am not mistaken, was either in her 40s. She was between 38 and 42. I'm positive of that. And she was his like high school teacher. She like worked at his, high school. Mind you, again, he was 14. Now, when they got together at this time, right? As he grew older, they made it seem like he was kind of on the cusp of being of age. Of age would have been like 15, 16. But through much investigation, a lot of French reporters did find that no, he was actually 14. No, you did not meet him when he was doing some play around 15, 16. And he was just so infatuated with you and you just happened to be, no, it didn't happen that way. It was almost like prey and predator. Like you sought this young kid out and they presented facts. Okay, cool. They present the facts. That's already the part that Candace is like, bro, they are preying on kids and you guys just sit around and let them prey on kids. It all ties into Epstein as well. We'll get there. So she's basically acknowledging like, okay, this woman is preying on kids. Then they're like, okay, well, let's look into who Brigitte is, right? Because the way that these two got together is weird. So let's look into who she is. Now, when they look into who she is, that's when the waters get murky. Okay. That's when things just don't quite add up. And they don't add up because I think going back to, before the high school era where she was like a teacher, she didn't really exist, right? So the person that did exist was his last name was Trogneau. I think it's John Trogneau, but that's the person that did exist. He dropped off the face of the earth, and then all of a sudden we have Brigitte. So they're like, okay, how does a man just completely go away and a woman pop up? And then when they ask for like, okay, well, let's go and ask, the high school for records. Let's go to her high school and get records. Let's try to go to the college and see if no one has pictures. Anytime they ask for these pictures, these people are getting arrested for even putting in the request. A lot of like burying what's actually going on with who is Brigitte, right? And so once that became a conversation, it blew up, right? It blew up. And a lot of people, it blew up because it was like, oh, the French president's wife is a man. And I think that became sensationalized. But I think Candace's point, I think she ran with that, but I think her point the whole time was that it's a lot of predators in this political area, and no one is pointing it out. No one is discussing it. No one is talking about the way they prey on children. And she's saying it needs to be discussed. And so I think the thing that the Macrons want to bury is not only is Brigitte a man, but they also want to then, allegedly, they also then want to bury the idea that this woman got with this young boy at 14. Okay, that's what they don't want to come out. So they're like, let's throw whatever we can at her. Let's do this ridiculously expensive lawsuit. Let's just dig up and push out whatever we can, because we don't want too many people to keep hearing that, as this woman, I got with this boy at 14. And now all of a sudden we are this power couple running a country. You understand? So I think a lot of that got lost in the sauce, but it's important for people who are fans of Candace, people who are fans of the truth, to simply speak it. Like a truth is a truth, right? So we have the truth, we have the perception, meaning what they want you to believe, what they want you to perceive is happening. And then you also have the power. There is a power struggle going on. And although a lot of people don't like Candace Owens, I think you have to acknowledge that she is going head to head with a lot of powerful people, and she's calling and pulling a lot of people to the carpet, and they don't like it. They don't like it, girl, okay? And I understand, because she is a truth seeker. Whatever the truth is, however the truth looks, she is a truth seeker, right? So she's going to present the facts. That's it. She's not asking you to be on her side. She's not asking you to, totally like 100% believe everything she says. She's just saying, here's my facts. Go and do what you will with it, right? Like, here's what I found. Here's what my investigative skills got me. You take this and you run with it, and you go and seek out what you believe to be the truth. And I think that's important for anyone in any media space to do, to present something to you and allow you to use that, allow you to go to those sources, allow you to pull up your own information and run with it. You understand? And so she is up against a lot of power. She also revealed in one episode where she said Trump actually had people reaching out to her to the point where she actually got on the phone with him and was like, okay, you want me to stop talking about Emmanuel and Brigitte? You want me to stop talking about the Macrons because he told you that, this deal, whatever the deal was, right? This deal is not going to happen until you get Candace to stop talking about me and my wife. Like, that's bizarre. And I don't think a lot of people know that or hear that because, again, I don't want to say programmed, but the media is telling us we shouldn't listen to her because she's always been crazy. She's always been off her rocker. But I think we need to. I do think we need to, because a lot of what she's saying, it starts to add up. And then the proof is in the pudding, babes. Like, it's there. Like, it's not like she's hiding her sources. Like, she'll tell you if it's alleged, if it's a thought, and she'll then tell you, no, this is where I got it. Here is the proof. Here is the screenshot. Here is the link. Like, she's going to share what the truth is, and she's not going to hide from it. But it's all up to us, right? It's up to us to decide if we either want to be sheep or if we want to wake up and just decide to find out what the truth is. And I feel, she's up against she got a fight ahead of her. I'm telling you that right now. She has a fight ahead of her, unless she decides to just stop talking, which I just don't see happening. At the end of the day, she is a Black woman. Like, we are stubborn and we are going to go, like we have that tunnel vision of like, no, this is what I believe and this is what I want. And that's what we're going to do. So I definitely see that in her. I think, at some point she may have to just, I don't want to say like cower down, but she will have to like back down or like ease up a little bit, because they're gonna throw everything they can at her. You know what I mean? And I think she had a tough year when she got fired and everything like that, and then YouTube demonetized her. Like, she had her tough moments, but I think this is going to be a different ball game should she continue to play how she's playing right now. I think she is taking all of the legal advice that people are giving her and that her lawyers are giving her, but I think it's going to get bigger than she ever imagined, you know? And I don't think the public is going to side with her based on, you know, whatever opinions that they have. And usually you will need the public, right? So even if you're wrong, even if you're telling a lie, if the public is behind you, then they're gonna push you. The truth don't got shit on the public believing what they want to believe. Okay, if the public believes it, even if it's a lie, it don't fucking matter, you know, because you're gonna have, again, that large majority, that sheep-like people just following what is being told to them, even if the truth is there and black and white and readily available to you. They're not gonna bother with it. So, I mean, for me, I wish my girl well, okay? I wish my girl well, but they're going to come down on her. And it's also tied into Epstein. Epstein happened, you know, there's no list, there's no files, and blah, 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 blah. And it was just so interesting, because I had, soon as it was like news and headlines, the first fucking thing I thought was, well, if that is true, then why is Ghislaine Maxwell in jail? And of course, that became the conversation. Is she going to get out? Is Trump going to pardon her? Yada, yada, yada. But my thing is that, and we'll discuss this, all of my topics are kind of like intertwined, if you will. But, you know, I think Trump is being controlled. I won't say by who, because I feel like I've said by who before. I do believe he is being controlled. And I do believe that, you know, he's trying to appease two different groups, right? He's trying to appease his base as well as those who he answers to. And I think in appeasing those that he answers to, sometimes it throws off his base, and he tries to do things in order to bring his base back in. So I don't think you can piss on people and tell them it's raining over and over and over again and just think they're going to keep standing outside with umbrellas. At some point, they're going to realize they're being, you know, peed on. They're just going to realize it. So you simply can't say, oh, no, there's no files, there's nothing, it's a hoax, it's the Democrats, they're making you believe all these different things, when the truth has been in our face. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we have seen things. They've had documentaries, they've had pictures and photos and all of these things. And then you got Ghislaine, who's in jail, but then you want to tell us none of it existed. It's a hoax. It's fake news. So do you think we're idiots? Like, is that what it is? You think we're idiots. So now you think your base are just dumb people. They can't read between the lines. They don't see the truth that's in black and white. Homegirl said, they asked her, what was she? Was she the, God, I forgot who she was, y'all. It's been a lot. But they asked her about the files, and she said, they're on my desk right now to be reviewed. Then we fast forward, and she said, oh, no, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, you know, there was an investigation and everything is on my desk to be reviewed. Not the files, but like the investigation. Right. Like, do you think we are, because you were asked a direct question and you answered directly until whoever y'all answered to, the story needed to change. Then it changed. And now you're out here trying to tell us, Donnie, Big T, you're trying to tell us, that it's a hoax, it's the Democrats, it's the left? Babes, come on. At some point, you got to realize we're not as dumb as you think, okay? We're not. Whatever Epstein was into, y'all ready to sweep it under the rug because people started digging in? Cool. But I simply rather, I think Candace also said this, I'd rather you just tell us, look, we ain't finna tell y'all shit. So you might as well go on about your day. I respect it. And I feel like Trump, like, you are bold and brash enough, you know what I'm saying, to get, on any media outlet shit. Even when you walking past, like you do when you go into the plane and they be asking you questions. Like, just look in the camera and say, look, America, we ain't really finna tell y'all nothing. So just move on about your fucking day. And get on a plane, because then at that point, at least I know you're keeping it real. They ain't finna tell us nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or you could just simply say, look, I hear what y'all saying about Epstein, but let's be honest, it's none of your business. So go on about your day. I would accept that more than all of the rigmarole and the games, because to be quite honest, if people are asking you a direct question and you coming back with it's a hoax, it's the left, it's this, it's that, they're crazy, they're lunatics. Donald. Come on. Both sides are asking you the same question. So how could it be? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real, like, come on. I just think at some point people are going to be tired of the games and they're going to want an answer. And I feel like if anybody can give you a direct answer to tell you to move the fuck on and mind your business, it could be Trump. So why not just say that? You know what I mean? That way, we don't have to go through this guessing game of what's the truth, what's a lie, because let's be honest, the one thing the government is going to do, whether it's right or left, Democrat, Republican, the one thing that they are going to do is lie. Yeah, no. They're going to lie. Yeah, so you might as well tell us to begin with, it ain't our business, and to move on. Because you was going to lie anyway. Okay? Now, next up, what I wanted to talk about, again, this is all intertwined. Trump decides to move the National Guard into D.C. Now, when I went to D.C., it didn't seem that like crime was just happening out the wazoo. I did read on defense.gov where they were like, I think the average was like 24 murders per 100,000 residents, or like 87 car thefts per 100,000 residents. To me, I don't know, I'm not a mathematician, but maybe that just don't seem like a lot. And then again, what they said, according to defense.gov, you can go look it up yourself. It said 2 embassy staffers were murdered in May. A congressional intern was shot and killed near the White House in June. And to me, this whole, National Guard situation, it totally felt like, so he wants to be tough on crime. Like, I get it. You want to be tough on crime. You want to show that you're going out strong, To me, too little, too late. I don't think you're going to win your base back. I don't think they give not 2 fucks, because you've already what did I say? You already pissed on us for so long that we no longer believe it's rain. We know it's pee. You understand? So this whole trying to be tough on crime, and I'm going to move the National Guard in and showing all the cars, and, oh, we've arrested this many people and that many people, and we've collected this many guns. Like, sir, we don't give a fuck about none of that there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give a fuck about none of that there. He did the same thing with ICE, when he was supporting old boy. He was supporting old boy, but to distract his base, he said, oh, look, I'm so gung-ho about the immigrants. And after a while, people didn't give a fuck because they said, Trump, he's still a bad dude. Like, I understand that's your boy, but he's still a bad dude. You know what I'm saying? He moved on from that. Now here we are, and all this Epstein business is going on, and now he wants to move the National Guard into D.C. bro, like, it's a no for me. I think you need to pick what group you're going to appease, who you want to ride with, and stick there. This whole straddling the fence, going this way sometimes, then going that way sometimes, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, because either your base, the people who voted for you, your fans, whatever, however you want to call it, they're going to abandon you, or you're going to lose whatever situation you had with the powers that be. And to be quite honest, I would much rather you just appease the powers that be, because at the end of the day, your base is going to find somebody else to vote for in the next, 3 years now. They're going to find somebody else to vote for, and they'll get behind them, and that'll be that. But I don't want to see you, to me personally, I don't want to see you piss these people off, because I feel like if you piss these people off, the people who are going to feel it the most, the regular citizens, yeah, we're going to feel it the most if you piss them off. So go ahead, make them happy, do what you got to do. Don't worry about us over here. Keep them happy, because at the end of the day, those are the ones that you need to answer to. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you should answer to us, but you already been voted in. You know what I'm saying? You already there. It is what it is. Okay. But all this trying to put on a show for people, it's over, bruh. Like, move on. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. Okay. You can't answer a direct question about Epstein. You don't want to answer direct questions about, BB and Yahoo. You don't want to answer all these like real direct questions. You don't want to look out for Candace Owens. She held you down for so long. All I'm saying is you're gonna lose out on a lot, but you already in the house, so fuck them, right? Fuck them. Just go ahead and do what you gotta do to please them people, because I feel like if you don't, shit will actually get crazy. So go ahead and do what you gotta do. They already tried to kill you, but it is what it is. Oh, and another thing, I watched Scandal. I watched Scandal, so as much as I would want to believe it's fiction, I don't know. It just gives me there's some truth there. It just gives truth, okay? And for the girls that watch Scandal, we just can't easily believe that embassy staffers are just getting killed randomly. Understood interns are just being shot and killed. You know what I'm saying? I watched Scandal, like, and if you know, like, sometimes it be, you know what I'm saying, we gotta knock them off, so certain things don't come out. Certain people be whistleblowers. You got people who are, having affairs. They gotta take care of stuff. Listen, it gets crazy in the politics, okay? It gets crazy in that world. But you can't tell me this is the reason why you got the National Guard going in, because who's to say why they got killed? Who's to say? All I'm saying is, if it looked like a duck and walked like a duck, then it's a duck. You understand? So, yeah, you can't fool me with that. My conspiracy brain is going to go there each and every time. And it's only going to go there because y'all do wild stuff and it be the truth. Like, it'd be so crazy, but it'd be the truth. So to me, putting in this like write-up about why the National Guard is there and saying because embassy staffers and an intern got killed, well, what's the deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, and what I've watched and seen, people get knocked off, so, you know what I'm saying, they don't disrupt what's going on, what's taking place. Somebody know too much. Somebody don't know enough of this. Somebody don't know enough of that. Somebody got involved with the wrong people. Somebody stole. Like, it just could be a number of things. It don't got to just be crime. I mean, it is a crime, but it don't have to be a crime where, oh, I was robbed. Someone shot me because of the, you know what I mean? Like, you can't fool us no longer. I'm sorry. The people are waking up. The people are waking up. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully more and more, but slowly but surely we're getting there. Now, to switch gears completely, this is going to be like the last thing I touch on, but we definitely got to switch gears. Well, last two things. Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. If you don't know, Tiana Taylor is a artist, director, actor, all of the things above, mother, great. Iman Shumpert was a basketball player. He is no longer, I think he's retired. And they were married, I think, for 8 years or something like that. And they got divorced. I think they're still kind of going through the divorce. It happened this year, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it happened this year. Now, I don't care too much about their divorce. What I do want to touch on is that nothing is private anymore. Absolutely nothing is private. Now, in recent headlines, what I saw is that Tiana Taylor has to pay him $70,000 basically because she went out and did an Instagram video. Now, she went out and did an Instagram video because she alleged that he had broken their divorce terms of not saying anything. And she made a video, but then her legal team couldn't prove that Iman had broken the terms. But she then reacted to him breaking the terms and doing this Instagram video. So now she is responsible for his legal fees. I think that previously happened, and now she has to pay him $70,000. The crazy thing is, a lot of this can be avoided if y'all just stay fucking private. That's it. Just stay fucking private. A lot of things don't need to be brought to social media. You don't need to do reality TV shows. You don't need to do any type of Instagram lives. You damn near don't need to post nothing. Things need to be so private. And the reason why I say that is because not private in the sense of hiding, because of course people will know you're married and know who your partner is. Private in the sense of we don't need to know when y'all have a disagreement. We don't need to know what y'all like to do in the bed. We don't need to know none of that. And it's a lot of people who are married and who are, I don't want to say successfully married because anything can happen, but who have been married for a long time. And you know why? They be silent and they shut the fuck up. That's why. That is literally why. The people that I can think of in my head, we have Sterling K. Brown, Method Man, Ice Cube, Denzel Washington. Oh my God, she just got engaged and did the whole photo shoot in I'm pretty sure they were in Chicago. Is it Shirley Ralph? Just all these beautiful Black people, okay? And they're married and no one knows nothing. I think Nicole, what's her name? Is it Nicole Parker? She's married to Boris Kojo. She just sat down, I think with Keke Palmer, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. Anyways, these people be married, child, and we don't know nothing about it. They may do a cute little pop out at a red carpet. They do their little red carpet. They enjoy the event and they go back home. Y'all get to, and I think it's just a age thing because y'all get to doing too much. And I say y'all because I remove myself from it. I remove myself from that. I do not claim that ministry. Okay. I don't claim it. Y'all are too public. And the issue with it, like I was saying, the issue with it is it's the noise. You can't cut off the noise of social media. You can't cut off the noise of people making comments and then turning out into relationship goals. So now, to me, right, subconsciously, you're trying to uphold this couple goal look, this couple goal aesthetic, this, you know what I mean? And shit really in a home is fucked up, but you're trying to subconsciously again uphold that to people, and you're in a fucked up situation. Had it been private, you would hear no noise, no chatter. It would just be you and your partner. But y'all spend so much time trying to share with the world, and the world don't need to be in that. What did Drake tell us? I wasn't hiding my son from the world. I was hiding my world from the sun, or some shit like that. That's what y'all need to do. Some things are meant to be sacred. It's like everybody has forgot what that means. Some things are meant to be sacred. Therefore, you don't need to share it with everybody and their mother. Okay. Some things, okay, you can simply keep away from social media. Everybody don't need to know everything about you. Okay. That is why there is a such thing as privacy. That is why there is a such thing as keeping shit off the internet. When you are upset, you don't need to run to Instagram and post a subliminal and write, on the black screen with all the words. Baby girl, we don't need none of that. Okay. As a man, you don't need to run out and go to the club, pop bottles, be around all the bitches and putting up, future songs and fuck bitches, get money and all something. We don't need it. Okay? Like we just don't. You could simply have your relationship and argue in private, thrive in private, love in private. You will be much happier. But when you have all the noise and the comments and people wanting to get involved, a lot of it be jealousy, because somebody will see you as couple goals, not knowing you are dying inside to keep this couple goals a thing, right? Like you are doing so much. You are literally working, right? Overworking yourself to stay couple goals so someone else can be jealous to then try to get in between you and your partner so then they can have couple goals, right? So then they can get you to be couple goals. No. Just live your life in private. Pop out on occasion when you need to. You know what I mean? Once in a while, maybe you do go to the company party and you bring your significant other. Maybe you do, at Christmas, take a cute little photo and post it up. Fine. But y'all want to get on the internet and tell everybody everything and don't nobody need to know all of your fucking business. It's just that simple. No one needs to know all of your fucking business. Some things are sacred. Some things are private, and not everything is meant to be posted, shared for a like or a comment. For what? I personally, especially in this younger millennial, Gen Z, X, Y, and Alpha generations, personally, I feel like a lot of relationships will be way more successful if you got y'all asses off social media, trying to run and post and show everything. Y'all want the world to know y'all engaged so bad. Y'all married so bad. Y'all in a relationship so bad. And these people don't give a fuck. They don't care. So why are you dying to show them? Why are you dying to post it? A lot of people want, and it's going to roll into my next topic. I love when that happens. A lot of people want to get engaged and want to be married just so they can say it. Just so they can say it. They don't give a fuck what that person like. They don't care how fast it happens, how, what the get down is. They just want to be able to post it, to say it. Oh no, I'm married. Oh no, I'm engaged. Then when it crash and burn, now they looking dumb in the face. Oh, and they don't want you to talk about it. That's the other thing. You done shared every fucking thing up until the part it go bad. Now all of a sudden people need to mind their business and stay out your business. Honey, this been our business since day one. Hello? This been our business since day one. You can't get mad because now shit hit the fan. All of a sudden, you want us to mind your business? No. You should have minded your business. Kept that shit private. Yeah, that's what you should have did. Because now everyone's going to be involved. The noise is just going to get worse. And that's why women like Tiana, men like Iman, once the noise get too loud, now they want to come out and start getting ahead of the stories and the narratives and share their side. We would have never needed this had you just kept us out the shit. Just keep us out because we don't care. We only care when you bring it to us and make it important. Other than that, it don't got nothing to do with us. That's why these other people be married for 20, 30 years because they shut the fuck up and minded their business and kept it private. Don't nobody know what they got going on because it's private. Hello? Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I think I have a logical thought I think that sounds logical, but somehow y'all don't do that. Somehow you need everybody and their mama to know that y'all wearing matching pajamas every Christmas. Okay. Moving on. Cristiano Ronaldo. He got engaged. He had been with this woman for 8 years. I don't know if they got kids or not. I don't too much care about that. What I do care about, the ring. The ring, massive. Rock. Huge. Okay? What got me, though, is the comments. Yes, the comments. Yes, indeed. Women, let me tell you something. Be clear. Not everything is for everybody. Okay? Not every story you see is your story. Okay? There are things that are going to happen around you, and just accept that they are not going to happen to you. Okay? Let me not say that. There is a certain caliber of woman who gets these things, right? And sometimes it's just not you. I think we need to come to a place where we live in such deep reality of what our situation is that we don't get ahead of ourselves, okay? And I think we're getting to a point where we get ahead of ourselves, okay? You are not going to find a man that is going to do this. No, it's not happening, okay? Like, he's not going to get you a $5 million ring, okay? So with that being said, I think we need to just get a little bit comfortable with our own reality. Having a man buy you a $5 million ring comes with a certain type of lifestyle that a lot of y'all don't live. Okay. But listen to me, if you want that type of life, then go get it. But understand, you need to put in the work, okay, to acquire that lifestyle. It's not going to happen with the way you're living right now. And that's where we need to be rooted in our reality. We need to be rooted in what is actually obtainable by us as we are. Okay. Because this whole fairy tale of dating a man who is in the 1 percentile of wealth, keeping that up here is just going to cause you so much heartbreak and harm. So much, because it's not practical. Okay. A lot of y'all don't live the lifestyle of a 1% man. You're not even in the places and spaces of a 1% man. So to feel like this is something that you will have is just dangerously idiotic, and I think that a lot of this needs to be said to y'all, because y'all get onto social media and y'all say, well, I want a rich nigga and he got to have this and he got to have that and he better buy me that $5 million ring and I want the Chanel bags and I want this and I want that. And that's just not the girl that you are, baby girl. It's just not. Again, we need to be rooted, deeply, deeply rooted into our reality. So your reality, call it like you see it. You know what I mean? He's going to be a thousandaire his whole life. Call it how you see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest with what your lifestyle is, but don't get to jumping ahead of yourself, okay? Because it's getting scary out here. I have seen these videos on TikTok, y'all, where they be like walking up to girls and being like, like just out and about, right? Like they in Tampa, they in Miami, you know what I mean? They in LA, like they're just like on a strip in Charlotte, right? Like they're just on a strip somewhere and they walk up to a girl with a little mic and say, can a man buy you a ring from K Jewelers or something like that? Whatever, a little like local bridal shop. Oh, hell no. He needs to go ahead and get me a mama. I seen one video so bad where this girl was like, she needs a man to make X amount and this, that, and the third, and he can't buy her this, that, and the third. Whole time, Whole time she had, and I know y'all know when I say this, all my black girls can understand. She had beauty supply earrings in her ear with like a old like dots rainbow. And listen, no hate on a rainbow, okay? Because rainbow could get you together sometimes. But it was like a rainbow dress, and she had like beauty supply earrings. Her hair was very much synthetica. But then she was spitting so much of like, no, he needs to make X amount of money, and he need to be able to buy me X amount of this, and he need to be able to get me a ring that's this size. And then her friend, who looked a little bit more put together, was like, okay, girl, no, he can buy me that as long as it's nice and I like it, and da 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 da. And then her friend was like, oh, And so then she kind of tried to like convince, again, and so I'll tell you about the noise. Her friend convinced her, and she was like, yeah, I guess it should probably be. Understand something for the women like this. That quite literally is never going to be your lifestyle. So you just gotta like accept that and understand and be deeply rooted in what your lifestyle is. But if you do want that lifestyle, then you need to study the greats. You need to you need to study the greats, okay? You need to study the women who are living like you want to live. And not just the black ones. No. You need to find the Spanish ones. You need to find the white ones. You need to find the women who are doing it how you want to be doing it. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to be married to Jeff Bezos, then you need to go and study, what's her name, Laura? His new wife. Yeah, you need to go and study what she do, how she got it done. That's what you need to do. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of work that goes into that. It's a lot of rubbing, bumping shoulders and rubbing elbows and all of that there. It's a lot that goes into that. And I don't think y'all are really ready to be in that world. But if you are, then do it moving. Do what you got to do to get there. And I support you, baby girl. Do what you have to do. But you can't live in your reality as it is, as it stands, and think you're just going to bump into a multi-millionaire ready to give you the world. Darling, it's not happening. You are not getting the $5 million engagement ring. You're not. And I think someone needs to tell y'all that, because a lot of y'all are getting up here talking about y'all need a rich man and he need to fly you out and he better do X, Y, and Z and baby girl, it's just not the reality. It's not. And I mean, that's all I got on that one. I just really want to stress, get comfortable in your reality. And if that's not the reality that you want, if you deep down in your soul know you need a multi-million-dollar man and that's the life you want, then get up and get into that lifestyle. Get into those places, get into those spaces, okay? And do what you have to do. That's the real talk that nobody wants to say. Everybody wants to act like you can still keep bumping and grinding at Pookie nightclub and you just gonna run into a multimillionaire. Darling, it's not going to happen. It's not. No, it's not. So go ahead and choose. What reality do you want? You want your current reality? Cool. But be comfortable with the man that's in that current reality. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Okay? But if you want the $5 million ring, not because it look good, not because it sound good, because that's what you want, then go ahead and change it up. That's all. That's it and that's all. And with that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all next time. This has been so much fun. Not too many issues. Okay, I'm gonna try to edit out the parts that got fucked up, but it has been so much fun, and I will see you guys, cross his fingers, next Sunday. Also, remember, if you want to debate me, that's fine. Just know I don't give a fuck. Debate your granny. But if you want to share your opinion, drop a comment down below. Also, subscribe, because I'm here for you most Sundays, should I not have any more troubles. What else? Yes, I started a vlog channel. We're going to get active over there. Monet said so. I'm also going to put it down in the description. Go subscribe. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.